All right, we are live and recording. Welcome, Shayna Allen.
Yes.
It's nice to have you here and talking a little bit about CrossFit and isogenics. We've been trying to put this together for a little bit of time and finally got our schedules together.
Yes.
So happy to have you here.
Thank you. It's great to be here and have this dialogue between the two of us. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. We have a lot of people watching that are athletes, they're CrossFit athletes, that would like to know a little bit more about what we're doing, especially with nutrition, isogenics, because there are a lot of options out there and a lot of people are confused or they're trying different things. Yeah. So hopefully we can provide some information that helps them out.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe we could start off, if you could share your experience a little bit about how you got into CrossFit and maybe what you've been able to do within CrossFit.
Sure. I have been a CrossFitter for about 3 years now. And it's one of those sports where I feel like you either really love it and you're obsessed with it and talk about it all the time, or you're on the other end of it and you're like, what is this crazy thing? I don't know much about it. So I'm of the belief that I'm super passionate about it. I love it. I've seen it change my body and I've seen it change a number of other bodies as well. And so I started, like I said, about 3 years ago. And just as soon as I started doing it, I just really loved pushing my body and seeing where I could go and, getting to the next level. And, we have different benchmark workouts, which means that you're doing a workout and then maybe a couple months later, you'll do it again. And so it's really easy to track your progress and see how you're improving, which is really great. And I was fortunate enough to make it onto our regional team 2 years in a row, 2013 and 2014.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. It was such a great experience. I mean, the Central East region is quite a difficult region. So it was really great to be on a team. And a team consists of 3 women and 3 men. And then you're competing together at the regional level. So it was just an amazing experience to be together with, 5 other people, all relying on each other and cheering each other on. So, and that's another reason why I really love CrossFit, because it's such a community aspect as well. You're cheering each other on and you're wanting the other people that you're working out with to perform well, and you're all pushing each other. So it really quickly becomes like a family and like a community, because you guys are all sweating together and pushing each other on together, which is really, really fun in the end.
Absolutely. That's a great aspect because, a lot of people getting into CrossFit are just doing it to get in better shape, not looking to become an athlete or compete. But obviously that community aspect is huge, and getting people motivated and continue, with their physical journey in better health.
Yes. And it's funny you should say that, because originally when I found CrossFit, I had never intended to compete. I had just intended to lose my baby weight. I had just had a second baby, and to really just, see what I could do and get in better shape. And then I just happened to fall in love with the sport, and I loved it so much that I became more and more of a competitor. So really that was not my original intent. I just wanted to do something fun and lose weight. And then it turned into something much bigger than that.
That's awesome. And that, it happens for a lot of people too. So I know your experience is, not just your own, but a lot of people have a very similar experience getting into CrossFit and, just taking off from there.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to, let's dive into the nutrition aspect a little bit, because one of the things I always appreciated about the CrossFit community is they do take nutrition a little bit more seriously.
Absolutely.
Than a lot of the other athletics out there, even within bodybuilding communities. I think the paleo lifestyle, the paleo diet is very popular. So what has been your experience with the CrossFit community, but also incorporating the isogenics nutritionals into your program?
Sure. Yes, paleo zone, eating clean in general is really what a lot of CrossFitters embrace, and especially the paleo lifestyle, which, if you don't know, is mainly meat and fruit, vegetables, seeds, and nuts. So anything that, is fried or something that has, that's packaged, chips, anything like that, anything that's processed like that would not be considered paleo. So it's a caveman type diet. So anything that the caveman could do, that's kind of like a stereotype of what the paleo diet is. And so, yeah, a lot of CrossFitters really adhere to the paleo lifestyle. And I do something that I've coined paleogenics.
Oh, nice.
So,
I like that.
So I merge the two, paleo lifestyle with my isogenics lifestyle, because I've just found that I simply can't live without isogenics. And I don't see any reason to live without isogenics, because I have found that it's increased my performance and decreased my recovery time, especially because I'm competing with women that are so much younger than I am. I just turned 37 last month, and I'm competing with women who are, young 20-year-olds who are in school and have a lot more time to compete, to spend in the gym training. And I have 2 kids and a husband, and I'm older. And so I really need any kind of leg up that I can get. And just as an example, for 1 month, our gym did a paleo challenge. And so I was challenged to remove isogenics from my lifestyle, just because the protein powder is considered processed, because it's not something that you can just walk outside and pull off of a tree or go, shoot with a bow and arrow. And so I, for 1 month, agreed to take isogenics out of my lifestyle. And I lasted, I think, maybe 2 weeks. After 1 week, I wanted to just go back to my paleogenics ways, but I promised I would try it out. So I lasted 2 weeks. And really the reason that I couldn't maintain, or I couldn't justify in my head to remove isogenics from my lifestyle, is because I was spending more time at the grocery store, more money at the grocery store. I was spending more time in the kitchen preparing my food, because I had to replace the 2 shakes that I consume with food that I had to prepare. And then my recovery times were increasing. I wasn't PRing, which means personal record or a personal best. So I wasn't lifting more weight. And then I just felt more exhausted. So that to me was just a testament of, let me just try this out and see how my body reacts. And when I discovered that, it was just no question that, yes, I am putting the best nutrition in my body that I can possibly find. And it just doesn't make any sense to deviate from that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I really like what you said about, the paleogenics, because, paleo is a very solid diet. But as you've experienced, and I've heard this from a lot of people, that when it comes to increasing your performance, it is difficult for a lot of people to make those PRs, to keep the recovery time shorter, because you're not allowing some of the extra supplementation in there. Mm-hmm. But when you look at a lot of the supplements and protein powders on the market, so many of them don't even correspond close to the paleo diet.
Right.
They're very chemical based.
Yes.
And that's one of the nice things with isogenics, especially like when you look at the protein powder. Mm-hmm. While whey protein is kind of controversial in the paleo community, it comes from grass-fed cows.
Right.
So for a lot of those that do paleo, they like that idea because it's more natural. It's what cows are supposed to be eating. So you get a higher quality protein.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that correlates as well with, just getting enough nutrition in general from our food sources. The soil is so depleted, and, with herbicides and pesticides and all these other things going on, it's really difficult for our bodies to get what we need in terms of vitamins and minerals. Mm-hmm. So I'm just of the belief that you really do need to supplement your diet if you want to not even just be an athlete and perform at your best, but if you just want to live your best life and live longer and healthier and, be around for your kids and your grandkids. I just believe that it's just not possible to get it from our food sources today, unfortunately. And the way that the paleogenics idea works for me, because I am an athlete, I eat 5 to 6 meals a day. And so 2 of those meals do come from my meal replacement shakes. And then 3 to 4 meals are fork and knife meals adhering to the paleo lifestyle. So a lot of times I'll do chicken and, broccoli, different veggies and sweet potatoes and brown rice. But for me to spend so much time in the kitchen and, prepping food for all of these meals, it just really cuts down on that time too.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even too, a lot of athletes like you have busy lifestyles,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of them too also travel. And so that adds another level of complexity.
Absolutely.
What you do for your meal prep when you're traveling. And I've talked to a number of people that Isagenix has saved them
Mm-hmm.
because, even if they can, prep their meals and maybe travel with them, they always have these stories about the refrigerators going out, or,
Yeah.
you go into a foreign country and they don't let you bring food in.
Right.
And then if you get there, then you have to go source all this food, and
Mm-hmm.
having some of those meals like the Isagenix that are very nutritious, they have your vitamins and minerals and the very high quality live enzymes and protein, just makes life so much simpler. So
Absolutely.
balance your life and your athletic.
Mm-hmm. And they taste good, which
Yes.
is an added bonus. And it's so much better than, carrying around like cold, chicken burgers and like dipping them in mustard. I mean, it's so much more convenient to be able to shake up one of the nutritious meals and in a shaker cup, and it's delicious. I mean, I've been incorporating it for about 4 years now, and every day I have 1 to 2 shakes, and it's amazing that I'm like in disbelief that I still love the shakes.
Yeah.
And I'm not tired of them yet.
Yeah, they're good and they're very versatile.
Yes.
Maybe outside of the shakes, for those that don't know, Isagenix has a whole line of sports specific products now that are all natural, performance based. Are you starting to incorporate some of those newer products into your routine?
Yes, absolutely. The whole entire Amped line, I firmly believe in. I utilize the Knox, which is like beetroot juice that they've done a lot of studies on, just bringing oxygen into your body and into your muscles. I'm really sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yes, that's fine. It's very important. She asked me if she can have some gum. So the Amped line, I use the pre-workout, which is the Amped Power.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll kind of take you through the routine of what I do, because I think it's really important timing-wise. We hear a lot about nutrient timing.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, what I do is I take the Knox shot, which is beetroot juice, as well as some other things in there. But I take that about an hour and a half before I work out. And then I use the pre-workout right before I work out, and I mix that with an e-shot. And so that's just some natural adaptogens. Green tea gives you a great burst of energy in order to face your workout. And it's so nice because it doesn't, spike your heart rate and make you really jittery and like, oh my gosh, I gotta go work out. This is crazy. And you're not sweating. Yeah. It's just a very like steady release of energy, which I love. And then it doesn't make you crash. So it's very steady, a steady release and then steady decline, so you don't feel like, oh my gosh, my heart is racing and then I'm, completely done. And so I usually do that. And then while I work out, I typically do greens, a scoop of greens with a scoop of hydrate and a scoop of ionics. And basically that combination for me gives me electrolytes, a lot of B vitamins, again, natural adaptogens that help your body adapt to stress when you're working out or, any kind of stress really. And then greens, it's really important for us to get greens into our body, high quality greens, because when we work out, our body becomes more acidic, and just really stabilizing and bringing your body back to alkaline is really important.
That greens product that you're talking about, the Isa Greens,
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people have tried a greens product before, but what's so amazing with this one is it tastes so good.
Yes.
Even my stepson, he asks for it because it tastes that good.
Yeah, and it's something which is crazy because I never thought I could mix greens just with water. I thought I would always have to, put something else with it. And like you're saying, it's kind of has a sweetness to it. So it's a very, very good tasting product, which again is really nice to have products that taste good. You know things are good for you, but when they don't taste good, it's harder to consume them. They're less, palatable. But all of these things are so amazing tasting. And then one other thing, immediately after I work out, I get, Isopro, a lot of protein into my body, and then I mix that with the recovery because it has all the branched chain amino acids. When we work out, when we push our bodies, we're depleting our natural sources of BCAAs. And so that's really just to kind of replenish our branched chain amino acids so that we don't deplete them anymore. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of like my workout routine and what I consume around my workout.
Wow, that's really awesome. And obviously that's allowed you to stay at your peak, but also compete with a lot younger women and still, be at their level, or probably, I'm guessing, even more so.
Yeah. It's been, like I said, it's been really, really a great testament to the quality of the products too. Just the fact that I can keep up with, women who are 15, 16 years younger than me. So.
Well, very cool. Well, maybe we can switch gears a little bit, and let's talk a little bit about the business of Isagenix. A lot of people are aware that Isagenix is a network marketing business model, and that scares a lot of people. And there's some preconceived ideas out there, especially with personal trainers, box owners. It's not necessarily something they're familiar with, or maybe they've been approached so many times by other companies. What have you found in talking or working with other box owners, other CrossFit athletes, and helping them to appreciate that the network marketing business model is actually a value and not a detriment?
Yes. A couple things, actually. First and foremost, just offering their members or their clients options. So obviously they're coming to your gym or they're coming to your space or your box to improve their health, look better, lose weight, whatever the case may be. And they're only spending, let's say, an hour, maybe 2 hours at the gym. What are they doing the remaining 23 hours? And people always ask, okay, what can I do? How can I make my diet better? And instead of just sending them to the grocery store or saying, Google it or eat clean or whatnot, you can actually offer your clients options right there and say, this box, it will come to your house. Let's say it's the 30-day system. And there's no questions asked. Here's a schedule, here's a guide kind of meal suggestions, and it makes it super easy. So I think for gym owners, especially client retention increases because your clients get better results because they're taking care of their body outside of the gym, when they're not working with you. And then the attrition rate, I believe, we've seen it decrease for gyms because the clients that get better results are staying there and they're not leaving. And so it's really nice to be able to provide kind of a one-stop shop. Hey, come and work out. We're going to give you nutrition advice. And oh, by the way, you can also get your groceries right to your door. And it all happens from this space. Now, the second part of that, I believe, is that especially for a gym owner, typically they are starting up the gym with their own capital, putting all of this equipment, hundreds, tens of thousands, $50,000, $100,000 worth of equipment on their credit card. And so this being a part of a network marketing business is an additional stream of revenue while you're building your clientele in the gym to pay for some of that equipment. And not to mention, it's a couple $100s to build your Isagenix business with zero overhead, and you can eat all of your investment. You can eat your $200 worth, and make your body healthier while you're building this business. And so there's so many great things, especially for a small CrossFit box, with a smaller gym, they don't have the space to warehouse, if they are providing, another brand of protein powder. There's no space to, let's buy 20 canisters of whey protein and house it here at the gym. A lot of them don't have the space for that. So knowing that their clients can order directly online, it ships right to their house. They don't have to deal with inventory. quite a few gyms will, let's say, sell, maybe some protein bars or some, one-off little things. And they always have an IOU sheet. And so, not to say that any of your clients would be dishonest to take a protein shake or a protein bar and not pay you intentionally, but oh my gosh, we forget all the time. I've been guilty of it. So, just leaving it up to your clients to write on this IOU that they owe you, $3 here or $10 there or whatnot, it just makes it such a simpler process.
Mm-hmm. Well, and two, within CrossFit boxes and different gyms, there are some different products that are available. And from what I've seen, one of the nice things with Isagenix is the fact that they have such a complete product line now. Mm-hmm. So, with the protein powders, the pre-workout, for weight loss, but there's packages available. Mm-hmm. And while there are other good products out there, they're kind of the one-hit wonders,
Right.
Hey, this company has a good protein. Okay, this other company has a good pre-workout.
Right.
But do they have the same synergy? And how many places do you have to go buy all this stuff from?
Right. That's true. The convenience of that you can get really great fish oil. You can get, the undenatured whey. You can get endurance gel, not to mention green tea, coconut oil, coffee. I mean, and very high quality vitamins just designed for men and just designed for women. So, it's absolutely it's a one-stop shop. I mean, it's just a wonderful place to get an array of high quality products.
Mm-hmm. And, a couple of things I've seen too that a lot of gym owners have not really experienced, but obviously there is their box. They have the members that they can offer the products to, mm-hmm. but they all have the situation where their members are in a certain area around their box. And mm-hmm. if they decide to move, they might lose them as a box member.
That's true.
But if they like the Isagenix products and they continue to use them, mm-hmm. they can still earn residual income, even though maybe that person picks up and goes to another CrossFit box across the country. And so it doesn't have to be lost revenue. It
right.
can be revenue that continues to come in.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. Absolutely.
And then even the fact that when other CrossFit athletes in the area start picking up on this, that other CrossFit boxes might want to offer Isagenix as well. Mm-hmm. And so the whole network marketing aspect allows you to almost have like an affiliate or a franchise selling the products just like you're selling in the gym, mm-hmm. and getting additional compensation. So instead of being almost in competition with another gym, you're actually working together because they're bringing in additional revenue for your gym.
Yes, absolutely. And then that ties into the whole community aspect mm-hmm. of CrossFit in general, and, boxes supporting each other and being a community together for just one purpose, which is to help others, become healthier and be freed from, physical pain.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, I think we're just about out of time here, so we'll go ahead and wrap this up. But anything you'd like to share with the listeners before we close out for the video?
I would just say that, Isagenix has truly, truly changed my life, and not just from the physical aspect, but from the financial aspect as well. And I'm super immensely grateful for this company and for everyone that I've met in the company as well. I keep talking about community, but Isagenix has the best community of people that I've found. And so that's why I love Isagenix and CrossFit, because I feel like it's all the same, people cheering each other on, rooting each other on, and just wanting you to be the best person and to live the best life that you want to live, and that's for you. So I just feel that the two together are just such a perfect fit.
Absolutely. And I think one last thing that I'll add, I heard this and it's so true. A lot of people forget that Isagenix has a 30-day money-back guarantee mm-hmm. on the nutritional system. And so for any trainer or nutritionist that's going to sit down and set out a meal plan, a diet plan for somebody, if they don't get the results they're hoping for by following that, they don't get their money back. They don't get to take the groceries back to the store
Right.
for that. Where in
Mm-hmm.
Isogenics, they can buy a whole 30-day system, try it out, and if they don't get the results or they don't like it for whatever reason, they still have eaten all that food, all those supplements, and they'll get their money back. So it's really a no-brainer. I know a lot of those within CrossFit have heard about Isogenics. They've heard really good things. But I think, based on your experience and the experience of a lot of others, it's just worth giving it a shot and see if it works for you.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up, Taylor.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It was very valuable, and maybe we can do one of these again if we get some more questions or some feedback as to how we can incorporate Isogenics with the CrossFit community.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This was wonderful. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Yep.